There is no metal in the set. This is 70s.
Right.
I think there's a 1980s song, but
Yeah.
there's no metal. So this is
metal existed. I mean, they had metal pots and pans and that sort of thing. But in terms of music,
did you think about that one on the way over here?
I did. I did. That was one in the column.
You caught me off guard. That was a good one.
They have metal pots, pans, coins of various natures.
This is the Final Curriculum with Logan and Jim.
Welcome, everyone, to the Vinyl Curriculum, episode 28. Kind of experiment this week because we're doing early hard rock, and we have a special reviewer. She was a former student of mine, and she likes metal music. So will she appreciate the albums and the artists who kind of helped get there? So I don't know. Logan, how are you doing?
I'm doing well. This is probably one of my favorite playlists that you've come up with.
Okay.
By the way,
it's exciting.
Yeah, I don't know. When I hear metal, I'm hearing a lot of like that kind of nonsense. So hopefully, whoever this person is, I'm unfamiliar with the guest of the week.
Yes.
But hopefully they can appreciate this music.
Yeah, this is what got. There is no metal in the set. This is 70s.
Right.
I think there's a 1980s song, but there's no metal. So this is.
Metal existed. I mean, they had metal pots and pans and that sort of thing. But in terms of music,
did you think about that one on the way over here?
I did. I did. That was one in the column.
You caught me off guard. That was a good one.
They have metal pots, pans, coins of various natures. But this music though, it was Van Halen, Pink Floyd, Queen. This is a lot of the stuff that's on my playlist, which I feel like is not a normal feature of this show, where it's a lot of just bologna, ham and cheese sandwiches that you're bringing to me every week.
It.
And, I have to just deal with this nonsense. But, that have a lot of thoughts, but I think maybe we start off and hear our guest intro.
Let's meet Mackenzie. Hi, Mackenzie.
Hi, my name is Mackenzie Polson. I'm 20 years old. I'm in my second year at Lewis University. My favorite genre of music is metal music. I love all the subgenres within it. And my favorite artist would have to be Gojira. They're a French metal band. All right.
Okay, so
wait. What? So Gojira. But she said all the metal or all the genres below it. What falls below metal?
No, I think
Isn't
the different
just
types
metal
of
and
metal,
more metal.
Like the different, I don't know. Listen, I had Mackenzie in my class last semester, and
oh boy,
I have students play. We play music. It's a computer class, so I always say, "What do we want to listen to this week?"
It's an art class. It's
and
not a computer class.
The caveat is, it can't be Disney, and it can't be satanic.
Sure,
satanic is defined as anything I don't like. So, but in this case, let me play a little clip of Gojira.
Okay,
because we played it. I said, what do you like? I really want to hear it. And she's like, well, oh my.
she's like, I don't know about this.
Yeah, I don't know.
You're a soft
This is called
old man.
Stranded by Gojira, and it's Gojira.
Sure. Okay.
Here we go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh my.
There's no lead up. It just goes right into it.
This is like this. Yeah. This is like.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like that.
And then you're going to have a headache in 25 seconds. But anyway. So that's what we're dealing with. This is what she loves, and good for her. I'm glad she's got what she loves. But will she appreciate what got her to that? No, didn't get her, but the people before her to that point.
What? I mean, is this you just coming up with this? Like this was the foundation of, or you have any secondary sources on this?
No, these are all heavy in my opinion, that I like.
So this is
I liked them all.
This is just, you listen to songs that Jim likes now.
That's all it is. I'm not going to play something I don't like.
Fair enough.
But it's all like I wasn't a hard rock person, but these songs I liked, and then I started turning into that.
Yeah.
I dated a girl in high school who was totally into Ozzy and Nazareth, some of these other people. So the first band we're just going to start with it. This is not hard rock, but to me, this is this was one of the first songs that I liked that was hard rock, and it was Boston.
Yeah.
Boston's first album is A plus all day, every day.
I think every song that we listen to on this show for you is an A+ every day.
No, that is not a true statement.
Well, especially the ones during Logan's version, number 1 and 2. Are we going to do another Logan's version, by the way?
I don't know. We had so many people wrote in. People wrote in. It was just terrible.
People wrote in.
We should do that.
I'd like to see that.
But we got 22 minutes. We're going to start this play in
22 seconds. Yeah,
22 seconds. It's got to slow. But do you know the Boston's? It's their debut album.
We gave a layup a lot of Boston tickets when I worked at the radio station, but can't say I'm super familiar with a lot of their music. So
yeah, this is really cool. Slows down, speeds up. They always have love songs. They have rocking songs. But anyway,
let's take a listen. Boston on the Vinyl Curriculum. Yeah.
You knew that one, I bet.
I did know that one.
Yeah.
I don't know if I would have been able to pick out the name, or even really known that was Boston, but knowing Boston, right, and looking at some of their other songs, More Than a Feeling, Peace of Mind, Foreplay, Long Time, another song on the playlist here.
Rock and Roll Band, I think we did Rock and Roll Band in the 70s album. Anyway, debut albums, but...
Yeah, it's excellent. And I mean, it's a very kind of Boston-y sound with this kind of screechy guitar and this section where it's like almost, I almost wanted to say a Queen sound where it's kind of like, or I don't know if orchestral or like angelic. No, that's not the right word either. Like a big choir sound, and an operatic, that's the word, operatic sound.
They were. I think when you listen to people like this, they call it stadium rock.
Yeah,
because people would go to the stadiums and they would fill the space with all these cool sounds.
Yeah,
it's foreplay / long time is what it is. So foreplay was all that instrumental, and then it slowly builds up. And I played that clip because I love it when it kicks into long time. Right.
So, I like it. I like it a lot. We got to go solid A. Start off the day today.
Now I'm worried.
You're worried. Why are you worried? What are you worried about? Are you worried that you're wearing a hoodie today? And it's first of all, it's snowing out. It's by the way, I don't know. I can't remember which song it is now, but we're recording this on Austin 316 Day. The wrestler, Stone Cold.
No,
it's 316. Austin 316.
Why is that?
Because it's March 16th today. And it's snowing.
What does that have to do with the price of tea in China?
What?
What does Steve Austin have to do with 316?
Austin 316, it was a wrestling promo that he cut back in the 80s. You're not a wrestling fan, obviously.
No.
Anyway, we got to listen to what her critiques of this song are.
Mackenzie, be nice now.
All right, so for the first song that I reviewed, it was Foreplay / Long Time by Boston. I was familiar with the artist. I've heard of Boston. I feel like they're a pretty popular 70s, 80s band. Personally, I really liked the intro of the song. I felt like it had a really, really good build-up, but I felt like when we got to the actual song, that long intro and build-up kind of failed it. It just felt like it was going to be a lot more than it actually was, so it kind of disappointed me, and I thought it was just a little underwhelming. It was a chill song. I feel like it'd be good for background music, not something I'd sit and listen to on my own time if I'm wanting to listen to music. But I really did like all the guitar leads within the song. I thought they were all really good. I do really like a lot of just guitar stuff from the 80s, so I thought it was really cool. overall, I would give it a C+ rating.
C+?
Wasn't my favorite song. It had good qualities, but I feel like some of the bad qualities just outweighed it.
What are you talking about?
Logan, we're in trouble.
Oh, my gosh. That's a C+?
C+.
Oh, Mackenzie.
Mackenzie's got a specific sound, I believe.
I guess so. And I mean, I guess if she likes, what is that called? Gautier? What is that? That Gojira. I guess that compared to
I think she
Boston.
said it meant Godzilla, but there was already a Godzilla, so they took the French one. I don't know. I think it was supposed to mean Godzilla somehow.
You know, my dad's nickname is Capzilla because we're tall, you know, and our last name is Cap.
Yeah, but
so
your dad's not a bulky kind of guy.
He's also not a giant 200-foot tall dinosaur. So, well, I guess taller than that, 100-story dinosaur. So,
Godzilla was 100 stories. That's not true.
He was taller than the Empire State Building.
Was he?
There's literally, right?
I don't. That's King Kong.
No.
Did Godzilla ever come to America? I don't know. I don't watch that.
Eddie Murphy did once in a movie.
Okay, I give you got one on that one. You finally,
That's
you
two.
finally
That's
said
two
something.
today. Two today.
I didn't laugh at the other one. I just thought it was clever. All right, you know who Van Halen is?
Yeah. Do I? A little band called Van Halen.
Van Halen. This was their first album. My sister was dating somebody who had the Boston album, and so that's how I was in because I was 11.
And so we're also we're listening to Sammy Hagar later. Mm-hmm. Was he the second guy or was he the first guy?
No, he was second.
He was the second guy.
David Lee Roth is the guy who's here.
Right. Okay.
And then he came later.
And he was the guy that David Lee Roth was the one that whacked himself in the face on the Jimmy Kimmel show, right?
I don't know this.
All right.
He would jump and do splits in the air.
Yeah. That was
but then when I was 13 in 78, my sister was dating somebody else who came like Van Halen, and I loved it.
Van Halen is great.
This whole album is great.
My mom is a big Van Halen fan, which is probably the reason that I'm such a big Van Halen fan.
Yeah.
But I was very upset when Eddie Van Halen died.
Yeah. I got a friend, Billy, who's just crushed.
Yeah.
But anyway, the reason I picked this song because it's probably the hardest one on that album, and I knew Mackenzie likes hard, so let's see what she.
So you're tailoring it to her.
I'm trying.
You don't you don't care. You don't give a gosh darn care in the world about what Logan thinks.
No, because I like this song too. But there's a lot of songs on that I'm not going to play, but I'm not going to play the popular ones.
Sure.
Yep.
Popular. You know you're going to be popular.
Yeah, it starts off with this cool. This is Eddie Van Halen, 100% with this.
And it's I almost felt like it was like it was hands rubbing on the strings, or I don't know how you even do this, but very impressive.
Likes to scream. Please don't scream like that. Please don't scream like that.
A lot of yelling. I was going to say that. That's a pretty David Lee Roth. Mm-hmm. So that's kind of screamo, right?
That's what I thought. I thought, if anything, this might be one that you would appreciate.
Yeah, I was a little concerned by the name of the song, Atomic Punk. We were listening to Ned's Atomic Dustbin. What was that, last week or 2 weeks ago? And so I don't know why you have to have all these weird names and all these bands that you bring, but
Van Halen was their last
song
name
or whatever. Yeah. Well, yeah. Van Halen. I'm talking about just Atomic. Never heard the word atomic so much.
You know who else had a great song, Atomic?
Who?
Debbie Harry.
Debbie Harry.
And Blondie. It was called.
I'm like,
it was
people
rap.
have two first names.
Well, Debbie Harry was the lead singer of Blondie.
Yeah.
That wasn't really her name, but they did Atomic, which was a really good song. Anyway.
Yeah, Atomic Punk, though, by Van Halen. I think not as... I like the guitar at the beginning, like we were talking about with that's a really kind of... I feel like Eddie Van Halen was very experimental with everything that he did, but I like that part. I think I still got to go A minus though.
Yeah.
Just
rocking.
didn't hit me strike a chord as much as Foreplay Long Time did, but Van Halen. I like Van Halen, so I like the sound. All right, let's
fingers crossed, Mackenzie.
Yeah, let's try again.
Don't let me down.
This is try number 2.
So for the second song, it was Atomic Punk by Van Halen. So I'm very familiar with Van Halen. Kind of familiar with Van Halen. I feel like everyone knows who Eddie Van Halen is. He's a legendary guitar player. So I really do like his guitar work. And for this song, I had never heard this specific song, but I'm familiar with other songs on that album. I just don't really listen to late 70, early 80s metal a lot, so it's probably why I'm not as educated on it. I thought it had pretty interesting lyrics, and the main riff and overall groove of the song is really cool. I feel like this was probably one of my favorites through this whole playlist, so I would probably just give it an A rating. I did really like it, and I'd probably listen to it again.
Okay. Okay. We went from a C plus to an A.
Yeah, but I feel like the comments there were more negative than the first song. Like she was more negative towards that song and then gave it a much higher grade. So,
well, listen, we're going to take what we can get.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, but at least
this is a big. You think about it. You heard Gojira, what she listens to on a daily basis.
Yeah.
So this is definitely a departure. So good kudos to her.
Yeah.
For being willing to try this.
Sure. Great.
Okay. Pink Floyd, The Wall. Now you said you saw that in concert.
I saw Roger Waters, and I think he played this song. I can't remember every song that he played because this was 4 years ago now. But he, another one classic.
Yeah.
Pink Floyd sound. It's not. I was thinking about how I wanted to describe this album and like why I like Pink Floyd. I think most of it has to do with my parents liking Pink Floyd.
The history, the lore, yes.
You have to be in the right kind of mood because it's all really psychedelic and all the songs sound
So wait,
similar.
are you going to dance to this? No. Are you going to mow the yard to this?
Maybe.
No.
I'd mow the yard to
so
this.
there is somewhere else, Logan, that you're listening to music. You just haven't told us yet.
Yeah. It's in the car. I told you. It's in the car.
Yeah,
or mowing the lawn.
This wouldn't be good in the car, though, because especially if you have an old car like mine, it's too loud. So it gets really soft and you can't hear anything.
Yeah. No, you just hear all engine noises.
Sinead O'Connor is the same way. You cannot listen to her in the car.
No. Well, yeah. And so I don't know. I mean, let's listen to it first before I start, berating it too much.
The Wall is not, again, it's not singles. And so picking a song, but I picked this because it's to me a summary of what it's got a little bit of the different types of
and that album is like a continuous album, right? Where all the songs kind of fade into each other and kind of just like move. You don't know when one song ends and the next one begins, kind of thing. But each one lives on its own pretty well,
kind of. And we watched the movie.
The movie.
There was a movie, The Wall.
I think we talked about this before.
Yeah. We watched it in college often.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's listen then. It's a little Pink Floyd action.
In the Flesh, ?
Thank you for that. Definitely a little bit of a different vibe.
Yeah. But that's when you hear that and you listen to the rest of the album.
Yeah.
It
makes sense.
Very progressive. rock. I don't know. This is not heavy metal at all.
No.
And I don't even know if it's hard rock. It's more experimental. I mean,
yeah, this is like a lot of shall we say external influences going on here.
The movie was crazy because
was this the soundtrack to the movie?
It was a movie. No, they did the album and then they made a movie.
Pink Floyd made a movie?
Yes.
Oh.
And so there was a guy named Bob Geldof who was in the Boomtown Rats, and he played the lead. So when he would sing like Comfortably Numb, he's singing that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But then sometimes it was animation. Like the video from Another Brick in the Wall Part 2, like We Don't Need No, like that kind of was taken from that where the kids are marching, and they kind of it's just a weird plot line and confusing.
They're a weird band.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a weird situation there.
And they hate each other now.
Yeah.
Just hate each other.
And that became very obvious when we saw Roger Waters in concert. Yeah. There was several, shall we say, lengthy soliloquies that was spewed.
Yeah.
So that was relatively interesting experience. I think I'm going to go B+ for Pink Floyd there. I don't know. I don't think it's deserving of an A in my book, but it's just, I think, the Pink Floyd aspect to it, it's got a lot of different sounds. And I think that was kind of one thing that I noticed throughout the whole playlist for a lot of these songs is like the Van Halen song we heard earlier. Mm-hmm. Like this just has a lot of variety in terms of noises that are coming out of the guitar. So that was kind of one thing that I liked about it.
Yeah, that's not my favorite song on the album either. Like I love Comfortably Numb and Mother, I think it's another one I like, but they're slower, and I can't. Yeah, we can't do that. So Money was not on this one. That was on.
Really? I thought it was.
That was on Dark Side of the Moon.
Oh yeah,
which is one of the biggest selling albums ever.
Yeah.
All right, Mackenzie, I don't feel good about this.
No, I can't imagine it's going to be good.
So for the third song, it was "In the Flesh" by Pink Floyd. So I know the artist. I did not know the song. I feel like I really just know Pink Floyd's really popular stuff, just because I feel like it's been trending a lot recently. This song was really slow. The whole thing just kind of dragged. I do like, they do this, I feel like, in a lot of their songs, like the vocal contrast where they have like almost kind of like a choir type thing singing in the back with like the lead singer. So I do kind of like that. But it just didn't really get my interest. I was kind of just waiting for the song to end.
Me for most songs.
It's just, Pink Floyd's not something I would listen to in my free time. So overall, I'd probably give that song a D rating. The worst thing I've ever heard. Just was really, really slow, and just nothing was like special about it.
No,
Logan,
Mackenzie.
She just gave the lowest grade we've ever given.
Have I not given a D?
Oh, no.
I don't think I've given a D.
No, C-.
I've given C minuses.
She broke the barrier. The D barrier.
No, please don't say that. Oh, God.
Oh, God. Why would you say that?
No, Mackenzie.
But you see, I mean, I need to see what she's talking about. It's too slow. She does not like slow.
And I don't like slow either, but I don't know. That song resonates with me for some reason.
Her mom and dad didn't listen to The Wall like your parents did. So see, she's got that. She didn't have that going for her.
Yeah, I guess not. I don't know. But that's a pain in the soul, and pain in my soul anyway. All right. Well, that's C plus A and D. I mean, that's CAD CAD.
C plus, CAD for.
And now I'm working on ABBA. I'm working on an ABBA action here. Next song though is a little band you might have heard of them
called Queen. This was from there. Well, I was 15 and I was moving, and I got this as a going away present.
You were moving.
I moved, to a smaller town, and that's when I got the first B-52s album. I mentioned that before. You just forgot. But I love this album. It had a crazy little thing called Love.
Yep.
But this is called Dragon Attack. And I thought, well, maybe this is something. It's got a great guitar, solo, stuff like that. Maybe this is something Mackenzie might like.
Sure.
This is going to go right into it. There is no lead up to this one. So.
All right. Dragon Attack.
Where the black's all white and the white's all black. Take me back to the shack. She don't take no prisoner. She gotta give me the business. Got a dragon on my back. Yeah, it's a dragon attack. Get down.
That's a lot of guitar action.
That's why I thought maybe she would like that part of it.
It's weird, though. It sounded like, and I don't know, maybe that was just how it was playing in my headphones, but it sounded like he was really far away from the microphone when he was recording. It was like he was singing way over here, and it was just a lot of echo, and maybe that was just the effect they were going for. But you hear the difference when I'm way here?
We understood what you were talking about. You did not have to
I did. I like listening to it. I think every time I just don't like what you're saying, I'm just going to just turn up the music.
Okay.
No, I don't know. Not my favorite Queen song I've ever heard.
Oh.
But, you know.
Are you being swayed by her D? Is that
No, I don't think I'm being swayed by her D. I just, you know, there's so many good, you know, Queen songs. And I think Queen is one of the bands that I'm more familiar with, like Van Halen, and more familiar with the hits from them.
Yeah.
This obviously not being one of them. I don't think I've ever heard this song before.
No, it was on their album.
Yes, I understand, but I don't know if I personally have ever heard it.
It was on their album. You don't listen to albums, so why would you listen to it?
Right, I would not.
Right.
So, you know, but I didn't hate it. I think we're going to go solid B.
Okay. I also had on the playlist was Stone Cold Crazy, which was an older Queen song that I probably should have.
Yeah.
Because I can just, I feel this is just going to go sour right now.
That one was better, in my opinion, because I did listen to the whole playlist because I created it on Apple Music. So I had all the songs right there, boom, ready for me. Bada bang, bada boom, into the, I don't know. I was going to bring up something too. What was it? I was watching the Oscars last night. This is right after the Oscars. But let's get into Mackenzie's review before I start going off on a tangent.
For the fourth song that I reviewed, it was Dragon Attack by Queen. Who doesn't know Queen? Everyone knows Queen. Kind of a hot take. I think Queen is a little overrated. I know a lot of their stuff because a lot of their stuff is really, really popular. And I do like a lot of their popular stuff, but I feel like they just are really overrated. Like, I just don't feel like there's anything that makes them like, whoa, compared to a lot of other bands from that time. I don't know. This is a really hot take.
Yes, it is.
I did really like the drums in this song. I also thought the name was a little misleading. I thought Dragon Attack would be like a fast, fun song, and it was just kind of like, like it was okay. I just kind of thought it was a little boring. So overall, I give it like a C- rating.
C-.
Oh my goodness, she's teetering around the D's now.
Yeah, jeez.
Well, there's nothing slow about that, but it's just slower than what she's used to, I guess.
Well, yeah, I don't know if I 100% agree with your assessment of that song. It is slower, you know, on the Richter scale.
But I could dance to that. It's fast enough for me to dance to. I could do the rumba.
The rumba. Nobody is doing the rumba to Queen.
She has not seen Bohemian Rhapsody because if she saw Bohemian Rhapsody, she would realize that they were unique and they were trend-setting.
Yeah,
so,
trendsetter.
Yes, so
styling,
they would
profiling.
Did you figure out what you were going to say?
No, it must have not been that important. I did watch the Oscars last night, though.
I did too. I'm actually going to go and watch all of the things because I found a website that tells you where you can see all the
movies. Great.
Nominated. Okay. Speaking of Sammy Hagar, there was a movie called Heavy Metal. It was a animated, adult geared movie.
Adult what?
Geared.
Okay.
Like it was not. It was not SpongeBob. it was sexual in nature at times.
All right.
But it was called heavy metal, and it was like this futuristic. Anyway,
Where are
the
you going
album.
with this?
I love the album because it had a lot of rock songs.
Yeah.
And this was
What is this movie called?
Heavy Metal.
Okay.
And so, anyway, this was from the soundtrack. This is Sammy Hagar. Sammy Hagar kind of took over when Eddie Van Halen.
No.
When David Lee Roth
Roth
left,
yeah.
he got in a fight or whatever.
When this is Van Halen, which is very impressive, doesn't happen a whole lot, where they replace the front man and they're just as successful, if not more successful, with the new guy.
Because Eddie Van Halen was still there.
Right.
And he's the guitarist. And like Mackenzie said, everybody appreciates Eddie Van Halen.
Edward. Gotta love Edward.
All right, so let's start off with heavy metal. We got a few minutes to fade in. I'm not a huge Sammy Hagar fan, but I do like this song.
Yeah. I don't know. He's touring solo now, right?
I think he's back, single.
It definitely has the undertones of Van Halen.
This is before Van Halen, though, so.
Well, but the, foundation is similar.
That's why I think they thought he would be a good.
It's like they both have hardwood floors. They're both same kind of aspect. It might not be the same exact hardwood floor. Anyway, but there's just, I don't know. I like that. It's faster. This is the song you can mow the yard to.
Fast.
Yeah. I don't mess around when I'm mowing the yard. I walk with purpose. Okay. I have long Clydesdale-like strides and make stripes that rival any stripes anywhere.
You don't do patterns?
No. Well, once in a while we'll do the checkerboard.
Trey will do patterns.
Yeah.
He likes to do curves and stuff.
Yeah. So, Heavy Metal though by Sammy Hagar. I like Sammy Hagar. I gotta go A-.
Okay. I don't know how I feel about Mackenzie. I don't know what she's going to do here.
Yeah.
You ready to find out?
I hope so. I mean, this one.
Did you look up the artwork for Heavy Metal? Did you see it?
Yeah, it's an interesting. It's like one of those. It's like a crude animation style. I'd say like an old school, like Scooby Doo kind of.
It was the old
vibe.
School.
Yeah,
but very futuristic. And I don't even know what the plot was. I just remember.
I don't know. I keep seeing the same clip that loops over and over, and it kind of I don't like that.
It wasn't high end, but the music was good.
Yeah. All right.
All right. And for the fifth song that I reviewed, it was Heavy Metal by Sammy Hagar. And for me being a metal fan, you'd probably think, oh, this is like a song she'd like. It was all right. I've heard of Sammy Hagar. Not like overly familiar with his stuff, but I know who he is. I feel like the song just started out really, really slow, which I don't really like slow music at all. I kind of need it to be fast.
I don't know.
Or at least if it's slow, I just need it to be really heavy. But I did like when the song finally like picked up, and at the end it picked up again too. I did like the lyrics and the guitar in it. I feel like that's what pushed the rating up more for it. Again, like there's still a lot of parts in the song that were kind of slow for me, but overall I'd give it a B rating. It was a lot better compared to some of the other songs that I previously listened to in the playlist.
Okay.
At least I feel like the one thing that I have going for me is that my grading is consistently neutral. It's skewed to what I like, but I feel like I do a good job of applying my grades equally and having the same criteria that I'm listening to each song, as opposed to haphazardly throwing numbers at the wall and
She's
seeing what
not doing
sticks.
that. She's being very specific of why she's doing it. And I'm noticing a trend. If it has a slow part to it, it's probably not going to. She's impatient and she's not ready for it to get there.
Yeah.
Or if it gets there, it better be a good kick.
Yeah.
Because I thought,
Like a bolt of lightning.
to
through
me,
the speakers.
Foreplay Long Time had a great build up and it started, and that was not good enough for her. So, but the fact that she is trying to appreciate parts of it to help give it a better grade.
I don't know if that is applying to the grade that she's giving, but you know what?
Yeah, because she goes down to D. So when she's a B, that's a lot higher than a D. So that's
like 2 whole letter grades.
That's right.
Yeah.
Well, wow, that MBA is paying off.
Yeah. No D's on my report card. Thank you.
No.
Only A's.
Now, what do you know about Ozzy?
I know Ozzy is married to Sharon. I know the only reason I know that is because was married to Sharon. I know the only reason I know that is because I used to watch America's Got Talent, and that was when Sharon was a judge. So that was my kind of first introduction to the man that was Ozzy Osbourne. I later found out he bit the head off a bat on stage.
He did.
That was impressive. And then there was stuffed animals that were sold of the bat with no head. So that was interesting. I also saw his final performance when he came out on the throne and did his little singing thing. You know, he also, I think, did a lot of things that, shall we say, were not kosher.
Yeah, he was a party, whatever.
Party animal. If you see in the movie The Dirt about Motley Crue, that has a very big part about Ozzy Osbourne. Have you seen that movie?
No, because they are Satan.
That is
remember?
Yes.
I threw it out the window.
Yes, but that is a great movie, which I would, I don't know if you can handle that. There's a lot of no, never mind. There's a lot of it's an intense movie.
Yeah.
But Ozzy has a big part in that. Top part of the Motley Crue story. But you know, he makes some interesting music. Always sounded good when he was singing, not necessarily when he wouldn't be, doing a voiceover, but
I was dating a girl in high school who loved the guitarist, Randy Rhoads.
Yeah.
And so she wanted to go see Ozzy in Birmingham, which is 2.5 hours away, general admission. So I drove, and then her friend and her friend's boyfriend, who was 10 years older than her, went to see Ozzy. And I thought I was watching Satan. And I'm not kidding when I say that. I was scared to death. I think there was a man. First of all, it was like they opened the gates and everybody was running.
Yes.
And the girlfriend I was dating wanted to get front row and center, like right up front, because she wanted to see Randy Rhoads. So we were flying. I knew if I fell, we were going to die. And there was a man later on over in the side, out, like completely not moving or anything. And everybody was just, nobody cared. So I don't know if the man passed away, if he just whatever. But when I saw Ozzy, I thought he was terrible. And this is before his show where he was silly and goofy and he said funny things. Back then, growing up in the Bible Belt, this was not something like, I don't like The Exorcist, Omen, none of that. I told you, I threw out Motley Crue. I threw that
right out the window, yeah.
But Catherine loved them. So I did like the music, but seeing him scared me half to death.
Well,
I
guess the question is, has your view changed about Ozzy?
Yeah, I'm not as scared. Motley Crue, I'm still worried about. But Nick Mars, I think that's the one. Yeah, he scares me. Ozzy was it was a show.
Yeah.
And he was a partier, but whatever.
He wasn't a show. It was a show, but it was like, that was his personality.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Crazy, But
that was the tour. I had a shirt that said Ozzy Bike's the big one, and it had a dove with his head off, blood. And my mother saw it the next day because I was going to wear it to school, and she was like, "What's that?" I'm like, "It's my concert shirt." She's like, "You can't wear that to school."
Did you wear it to school? You didn't wear it to school?
If my mother said don't do it, I didn't do it.
Oh, boo.
I was a good kid.
Oh, yeah.
I never got sent to the principal's office once. Never. I could talk my way out of things.
I I did, but it was for something that someone else did,
Oh,
and
of course it
I was
was.
with
Sure
a
it
group
was.
of people that were doing some nefarious things outside before school even started. We were running around
Smoking.
No, there was no smoking. We were literally just running around playing. I don't know. We were playing tag or something, and some teacher who was in a bad mood didn't like that.
Cussing. What were y'all doing? The
We weren't even
teacher's
doing
not gonna-
anything.
The teacher's not going to pull you in for running.
We
Logan.
did. That's what it was, and we didn't. There was literally no repercussions
Logan,
for
you're
that.
an adult now. You confess up. You don't have to keep lying about it.
I'm not lying. I am not lying. I would tell you. I have no reason to lie, as you
know
said.
it.
I have no reason to lie.
Truth is always the best.
Truth may
Will
set you free. All right,
All right. This is Over the Mountain.
Ozzy.
Over the mountains, take me across the sky. Something in my visions, something deep inside. Let this land of dreams was now. I told them I had ridden shooting stars and said I'd show them how.
Okay.
That was Randy Rhoads.
If she doesn't like this song, I don't know what. I mean, that's going to have a big effect on her overall grade.
I think she's going to like it.
I would hope so. I mean,
think-
it doesn't get much more metal than this.
Well, he used to be in Black Sabbath.
Yes.
When then, so they were a little. I think they were harder than Ozzy's solo was.
Correct. But
And there was a Dio or somebody from that scared me too.
yeah, they had a lot of this though has a lot of the classic Ozzyisms. It was like, Bark at the Moon has a similar sound. And he's just Ozzy. I don't know. He's got his own style. I feel like it's hard. It's some yelling, not a lot, not as much as Gother or whatever we listened to earlier.
Gojira.
Sure.
I would go Jarrett.
I don't know what that means, but
Jeer is like boo hiss. I would go Jarrett.
do you say boo and hiss out loud? Boo.
Yeah, you go boo hiss. I don't know why.
Why do you say?
You say boo hiss? I don't know.
Who says hiss out loud?
It's a thing.
You're like,
Google it.
"Psst,
What do you give it?
I'm in between a B plus and an A minus. So I think I got to go B plus, just for the fact I don't know if that's quite deserving of an A in my book. Like I don't know if I would put that on a playlist necessarily. Like I think that's the kind of song I like, but you have to be in the right mood for it.
Yeah.
And so for that reason, B plus.
I've always said, like when I was talking to her about her music last time, I said, "What do you listen to when you have a headache? Like really? What if you're just want to relax?"
Yeah.
But I think that's just what all that she listens to. Okay.
Sure.
Let's see what she thinks.
All right.
And then I think this is the sixth song that I reviewed. It was Over the Mountain by Ozzy. Who doesn't know Ozzy? Ozzy's a legend in the metal universe. I'm obviously familiar with that album. For some reason, I don't think I was very familiar with the song though. But I do know that album. I'm more of a fan of Ozzy in Black Sabbath. I'm not a big fan of his solo stuff, but I do really like Randy Rhoads' guitar playing. So this is what pushed up that rating for this whole album and the song in general. Just his guitar stuff is really good and I like it. And overall it's just a fun song. I mean, it's Ozzy. All of his stuff is pretty fun and just good to listen to. So I would give it a B plus rating.
See, okay.
So y'all ended on the same boat.
Yeah, but I don't get that because there was much more positive things about that song than some of these other ones that she gave an A to. Like, what did she give A to Van Halen earlier?
That was it.
And so
But that
how
was
do
a
you not
hard
give an
song.
A? How do you not give an A to Ozzy?
Logan, she has her own opinions just like you do, and you give great songs C minuses. So
Yes,
hush.
but I'm here
Hush.
to provide commentary.
Yes, you do.
On people's
about-
decision.
let me
and
tell you
I
something.
absolutely respect that decision.
Yeah.
But
Let me tell you something though. We saw Randy Rhoads in '82 with in that concert, and he died like 2 or 3 weeks after it in a plane crash. And
is that the day the music died when all those
no,
guys?
that was Buddy Holly and all those people.
Oh,
But my girlfriend went into mourning, like black, everything black, no makeup, sullen. It was a big deal. And I didn't really know what happened, but I guess they were on a bus and they were going down to Florida for another thing, and there were some issues with the bus. So the bus company had like a place where they would fix it. So they pulled over. Ozzy and Sharon were still asleep in the bus. There was an airfield there. Somebody from the band was a pilot, kind of stole a plane and was going
Stole
up,
a plane?
kind of was driving it flying it not without permission, took somebody up, came down, and then took Randy Rhoads up and some
crashed.
other girl who had a heart condition, and Randy went up to make sure he wasn't the pilot wasn't being crazy, because it was like 10 in the morning. It's not like it was at night. And he was buzzing. The tour bus clipped it, and then they said they had
Whoa.
cocaine in his system. Not Randy, but the pilot. So I think the pilot was.
Oh, yeah.
And then one of the other band members was there. And
So
he-
Ozzy was on the bus, though?
asleep.
Whoa.
And then one of the band members said he was watching it and saw Randy was fighting with him in the cockpit. So he might have been telling him to stop or something. That's
Oh.
So anyway, burned
Jeez.
beyond recognition. They had to identify him by dental records.
Oh, my gosh. Well, way to end the episode on a
Very
positive
sad.
note.
No, we're not. We got to get a final grade, and I'm sure she's going to give it an A.
Yeah.
The playlist.
I don't know. I think for me, overall grade, I was looking at the grades that I gave out. Exactly, we have A minus, B plus, those cancel out, and then a B and an A that cancel out. So
Do you a B plus or do you A minus?
I know
What
that is the question. I think I have to go A minus.
Okay.
For the whole album, I think it. I learned some new stuff and so we got to hear some of the songs from bands that I know I like.
Yeah.
Like Van Halen and Pink Floyd and that kind of thing. So that was beneficial to me to diversify my music taste a little bit. And
I
also,
say-
this is just kind of so. Like I said before, one of my favorite playlists that we've listened to throughout the 28 now episodes of doing this show. You finally picked a playlist that I actually like. So
Finally. This is what else was on the playlist that we didn't talk about. Stone Cold Crazy by the Queen.
yeah,
Hair of the Dog by Nazareth. Do you know that? No, you're messing with.
yeah,
I love that one.
Yeah.
Back in the Saddle by Aerosmith. I love
I like that
album.
song too. I was listening to that on the way here actually.
And then Breaking the Law.
By Judas Priest.
Breaking the Law.
Breaking the law. When I first heard of Judas Priest, I thought his name was Judas Priest.
Judas Priest was actually a band name, so
Yes.
it wasn't a guy.
Well, right,
It's like Blondie and whatever.
Right. Breaking the law, breaking the law,
Yeah.
breaking the law.
And she referenced that song.
Yeah.
All right, so let's see. What do you, I'm just curious, what do you think she's going to go? She
there's
has
no
a
way
C
she
plus,
gives
an A, a D, a C minus, a B, and a B plus.
I'm going to go B. I think she gives B minus. I think she gives B minus.
Okay, now just kind of for the overall playlist review. So what did I think of the playlist? Overall, it was okay. Again, a lot of it just, I like heavier stuff. I like faster stuff. So it's just not what I would listen to in my free time, but it wasn't bad by any means. I did enjoy a lot of the songs off of it. Especially Breaking the Law, even though I didn't review it. Everyone knows that song, everyone likes that song. It's just an iconic song in general. So will I listen to this playlist or music again? I do listen to a lot of like 80s stuff. I enjoy it. So I would definitely listen to some of these artists. Maybe not these specific songs, but these artists again in the future. But overall, I would give the playlist a grade C+. I feel like there is a lot of hard rock and early heavy metal stuff that would have been better for this playlist, that would help show what the genre was like more back then. But still, there was some good picks for this playlist in general. I also just wanted to add, thank you so much for inviting me to do the podcast. It was really cool to just listen to music and really think about it and just review it. I mean, I already listen to music all the time, but it was just fun to kind of sit back and listen to stuff I don't listen to all the time and just really think about it and give my honest opinion about what I think about it. So thank you again for having me on the playlist, and I hope everyone enjoys my input, even though it might be a little controversial because I'm just kind of picky about the stuff I like.
That'd be a good testimonial. We got to put that on social media for people to come be a guest on the podcast. But yeah, I don't. I would tend to agree with her in that sometimes your choosing of a certain genre, especially if it's a genre that someone really really likes, is subpar at best. So I think
now that is just rude. And that the problem is, here's what I want, Mackenzie. If you're listening to the podcast, which I don't know if you will do this, but I want you to put in the comments what music, because she said there are heavier songs from the 70s.
Yeah.
Or did she say 80s?
She said 70s.
Okay. What song should I pick? I bet it'll be more like Black Sabbath and stuff like that. And see, I just didn't own those because they were satanic in my mind.
Well, and it's not the What Jim Owns show, by the way.
It is. That's all I can give is what I like. And I've listened to. I can't talk about something I don't know about, Logan, even though you try every day.
You talk about things you don't know about all the time.
That is not a true statement.
That is.
Every song we've ever done, I've owned or liked. So for the second time, Hirsch. So remember, Logan.
All right.
This podcast playlist
is
on Apple Music. It is on YouTube.
Yes.
So if you want to watch the videos of some of these, it's kind of fun to do that. And our podcast is available on Apple Music as audio only, Spotify and YouTube for video. And then
You're doing great.
I ran into him. He listens to some weird podcast platform.
Mike? Who's Mike? I don't know who Mike is.
From Study Abroad. And he... Chris, sorry. Why did I think Mike?
I don't know.
Anyway, Chris listened to some weird thing, but it was on there too, so...
Some weird thing.
Well, it's something like he doesn't do Spotify anymore, so whatever. I told you about him. He's
gave me
a sob story about his
discuss that
thing
right
and all
now.
that stuff.
But Chris, if you're listening, we appreciate you. Everything you do for the university, and
that's right.
You know,
the Study
we
Abroad
appreciate that you're listening. It's a great
thing to do.
Great thing to do. So shout out Study Abroad. I never got to do it, but
you getting to work here is pleasure enough. I'm sure.
Don't even start with that. But hey, we appreciate you for listening, and we appreciate Mackenzie for coming in and
thank you, Mackenzie,
reviewing some stuff. Sorry if I was a little too critical. I feel like I always need to apologize because I have to be the critical one because you're just like
she gave a D grade. She's the critical one in this case.
So, but we appreciate you, Mackenzie.
Yes.
And again, all that stuff that Jim just talked about is available at vinylcurriculum.card.co, vinylcurriculum.card with 2 R's.co. Jim does a great job keeping that up to date. We're available. We have clips that we post every week on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. So be sure to follow us on all those platforms and Facebook as well. Forgot Facebook. And, we have just a couple more episodes left in this second season. We're trying to make them a little shorter and make them a little bit more easier to consume.
The seasons.
The seasons, yes. The episodes or the seasons easier to consume. So,
the spring semester is almost over.
Yeah. Ring the bell. School's in, sucker. Can't touch this. Do, 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 do. All right. We'll catch you all in the next one.
Bye.